Every man's memory is his private literature. A bad book is as much of a labor to write as a good one. It comes as sincerely from the author's soul. Speed, it seems to me, provides the one genuinely modern pleasure. Science has explained nothing. The more we know, the more fantastic the world becomes, and the profounder the surrounding darkness. I'd rather be myself. There is no substitute for talent. Industry and all its virtues are of no avail. The worst enemy of life, freedom, and the common decencies is total anarchy. Their second worst enemy is total efficiency. Bondage is the life of personality, and for bondage, the personal self will fight with tireless resourcefulness and the most stubborn cunning. Consistency is contrary to nature, contrary to life. The only completely consistent people are dead. Most of one's life is one prolonged effort to prevent oneself thinking. The goal in life is to discover that you've always been where you were supposed to be. An unexciting truth may be eclipsed by a thrilling lie. The impulse to cruelty is, in many people, almost as violent as the impulse to sexual love, almost as violent and much more mischievous. Everyone who wants to do good to the human race always ends in universal bullying. Like every other good thing in this world, leisure and culture have to be paid for. Fortunately, however, it is not the leisured and the cultured who have to pay. Happiness is a hard master, particularly other people's happiness. People intoxicate themselves with work so they won't see how they really are. Man approaches the unattainable truth through a succession of errors. Dream in a pragmatic way. Several excuses are always less convincing than one. Those who believe that they are exclusively in the right are generally those who achieve something. If one's different, one's bound to be lonely. I am, and I wish I weren't. There is something curiously boring about somebody else's happiness. Thought must be divided against itself before it can come to any knowledge of itself. Habit converts luxurious enjoyments into dull and daily necessities. Maybe this world is another planet's hell. Proverbs are always platitudes until you have personally experienced the truth of them. Beauty is worse than wine, it intoxicates both the holder and beholder. Feasts must be solemn and rare, or else they cease to be feasts. The more powerful and original a mind, the more it will incline towards the religion of solitude. The deepest sin against the human mind is to believe things without evidence. Medical science has made such tremendous progress that there is hardly a healthy human left. Never have so many been manipulated so much by so few. After silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad. But I don't want comfort, I want God, I want poetry, I want real danger, I want freedom, I want goodness, I want sin. Most human beings have an almost infinite capacity for taking things for granted. One believes things because one has been conditioned to believe them. Most men and women will grow up to love their servitude and will never dream of revolution. Experience is not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. People will come to love their oppression, to adore the technologies that undo their capacities to think. The victim of mind manipulation does not know that he is a victim. To him, the walls of his prison are invisible, and he believes himself to be free. I wanted to change the world, but I have found that the only thing one can be sure of changing is oneself. Children are remarkable for their intelligence and ardor, for their curiosity, their intolerance of shams, the clarity and ruthlessness of their vision. The proper study of mankind is books. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. It's with bad sentiments that one makes good novels. Writers write to influence their readers, their preachers, their auditors, but always, at the bottom, to be more themselves. Man is an intelligence in servitude to his organs. Good is a product of the ethical and spiritual artistry of individuals. It cannot be mass-produced. That men do not learn very much from the lessons of history is the most important of all the lessons that history has to teach. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. Technological progress has merely provided us with more efficient means for going backwards. Experience teaches only the teachable. Most ignorance is vincible ignorance. We don't know because we don't want to know. Silence is as full of potential wisdom and wit as the unshone marble of great sculpture. The silent bears no witness against themselves. So long as men worship the Caesars and Napoleons, Caesars and Napoleons will duly arise and make them miserable. Official dignity tends to increase in inverse ratio to the importance of the country in which the office is held. To travel is to discover that everyone is wrong about other countries. A woman feels beautiful when she is well dressed.